Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, May 13th.
Now over to Amanda with some more announcements.
Thank you. The quote of the day today is, "When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor," by Elon Musk. Lunch for today is a main meal of hot dog on whole grain roll or turkey corn dog. Lunch for tomorrow is a main meal of Baja fish taco with sweet and spicy aioli or buckskin sub on whole grain roll. Now over to a weather report.
Welcome back, TV. My name is Devin.
Like you cut, G.
The second one. And I'm your weather guy for today. Currently it is 48 degrees out, pretty clear and sunny. As you can probably see behind me. We have a high of 66 degrees and a low of 41 degrees. And it gets warmer around 4 o'clock today. And I am looking at a 0% chance of rain, so no precipitation for today. So now over to headline news. And that's all I have for today. Now over to headline news.
G.
Okay.
This morning, gas and patience running low at the pump.
I have been here now for an hour and 15 minutes.
Emergency declarations issued in 4 states, with more than 1,700 gas stations from Florida to Maryland out of fuel. It comes on the heels of that crippling cyber attack against a critical U.S. fuel source.
All the gas stations closer to where I live were completely empty.
Americans up and down the East Coast on the hunt for gas, overwhelming some stations.
Do you think people are panicked, or do you think people are just kind of trying to figure everything out?
I think it's probably some panic, like the toilet paper issues a year ago.
Cars bumper to bumper here in the Carolinas and stretching down streets in Florida.
Check out the line.
Nationwide, gas prices reaching their highest point in nearly 7 years. Despite the spike in price and demand, the White House and experts are preaching calm.
Don't be hoarding gas. If you don't really need it, then don't buy it.
But with the Colonial Pipeline still mostly down, the region that relies on the 5,500-mile system for its fuel is feeling an impact.
My fear is you have these gas shortages. It's going to cause a lot of problems for people.
At some stations in South Carolina on Tuesday, cars were turned away.
We're out of gas.
And according to Gas Buddy, nearly 40% of Metro Atlanta gas stations are out of fuel. But these pumps in Tennessee had plenty.
As of right now, there's still a good supply out there, and there's no need to panic.
The long lines, though, already causing a domino effect in some cases.
You want to get groceries, but you can't get groceries. Why?
Because I cannot look. You see the line.
All of this pain at the pump as 34 million Americans plan to buckle up and hit the road for the big Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, I guess, Tom, one of the short-term goals is to avoid panic buying of gas. So are there ways that you can conserve gas on your own?
There are, Hoda, and AAA has some tips for our viewers this morning. First, try to run a bunch of errands at once. If you have to go to the grocery store, the pharmacy, pick up the kids from school, try to do that in one shot, and also avoid busy traffic times. But, Hoda, I got to be honest with you. I've been speaking with these drivers last night, this morning. They're telling me that it's very difficult because the average commute time is 30 minutes in America. A lot of these people drive long distances to get to work, and they don't want to get stuck or miss work.
Attention class of 2021. Invitations for Senior Awards Night have been mailed to your home address. Over 100 seniors will be honored on Thursday, May 27th. As a recipient of a recognition, award, or scholarship, we hope that each of you can attend. If you cannot attend, please let Mrs. Martin in the main office know. Now over to Poetry Corner.
Hello, and welcome back to another edition of the Poetry Corner.
Welcome back to another episode of Weekly Poem from the Paper, aka Poetry Corner. I'm Aquila Stoltzfus, and behind the camera, you got your man, Chris Palmer. And today, we have a poem for you called You Can't Warm Your Hands in Front of a Book, but You Can Warm Your Hopes There, by Fanny Hugh. Feathers fluffed the ashtray bin at the bottom of the elevator. Feathers and a smeared black look littered the parking lot like masquerade. A cage would glide back and let them out to merge with others' cars, la bray. It looked as if a struggle had ended in tears between the bird and an enemy. She broke through the fear to examine it. No chicken claws or comb, no wing, no egg. The neutrality of words like nothing and silence vibrated at her back like plastic drapes. How could there be a word for silence? A child's lips might blow, the north wind bring snow. A few stars explode, boats rock, but whatever moved in air did not by necessity move in ears, and require her word silence therefore. She had personally sunk to a level where she could produce thought, and only violence remained a problem. It was common in her circle. A bush could turn into a fire, or a face at a clap of the hand could release a spit and infection. The deviants were like herself, unable to control their feelings. Los Angeles for them was only hostile as a real situation during the rainy season when torrents ripped down the sides of the canyons. Overnight turned them sloshy, then hid in the underground places, carrying "Must the morgue be our only shelter" signs. But the rest of the time, the sort of whiteness spread out by Southland sun kept them warm. They could secrete whatever they wanted to. In those places they had long ago staked out. My personal angel and my maid said one to another, putting down his recall like a gentle smile. Thank you, CV. That'll be all for today. Good night.
Attention all students that are either turning 16 in the next few months or are older. Our driver's education courses are currently having open enrollment from now through Friday, May 21st. Please see Mrs. Young in the attendance office for information on enrolling. The next open enrollment period will be the first 3 weeks of the 2021 to 2022 school year.
Students, there's been a lot of job opportunities that have been placed on Schoology. Go to your class, resources, school counseling, and open the employment opportunities file. Please email Mrs. McDaniel or stop in the guidance office to see if you have any questions. Now to CV Sports.
There is a home boys baseball game against Manheim Central at 4:15.
Come out and support the Bucks.
Now we're to sports highlights.
And also for Sheldon Keefe, he's got a lot of options he needs to observe and look at to see what the combinations might be.
In the head-to-head matchup this year, and Austin Matthews with 9 goals. Marner, Matthews, swinging wide, firing it. Gustafson gets a piece of that.
Anytime a guy wants to play goalie for you, you gotta give him a bone back. I mean, he was dressed to play.
There's a shot and scores. Zaitsev posted in against his former team.
Story that transcends across all of Canada. Great job.
Team with a bright future and 8-2-1 in their last 11 games. Nick Pauls away, along with Connor Brown. A good penalty kill. Great move by Brown. Anderson the stop. Brown nearly came up with a rebound. Will be number 20 on the season. Simmons trying to go hard to the net. Loose at the side. Comes back to Thornton. Muzzin fires. Scores from Thornton. Jake Muzzin. Thornton
And the second unit gets down the ice. Kerfoot does a good job of keeping it alive. And give the puck to Thornton, because if anyone's going to find someone and put the puck in their wheelhouse, it's going to be Joe Thornton. And he does that to Jake.
That's all the announcements we have for you today.
On behalf of WCVH, I'm Devin.
Alongside Anna.
And this is CV Today.
Have a thunderous Thursday.
To my chest and drowned a little just to watch the fire. So can someone tell me why she looks in the mirror thinking it's her fault when she was the foundation? I say the words, but I know she can't hear me talk, so I just